Hello friends, today I want to show you a few important things when it comes to emails. So we will go straight to our browser, then log into my Gmail account. Okay, so this is the browser. You remember you can either type www.gmail.com here, or you can simply come to the Gmail. My account is logged in. I can sign out so that you see how it looks like. So sign out. Okay. So one of the options, as I said, is that you may type www.gmail.com. Then it brings you here. Okay. So over here, you then go down to use another account. Okay. But my account is here, so I'm going to select it. Okay. I'm going to select it so that it will be fast enough. Or if your page doesn't look like this and you have probably google.com, okay, so www.google.com, this is the page that is displaying. So on the right side here, you either click on Gmail or sign in. They work the same way. So let's use Gmail. Okay, so it brings me to the same place. So let me go and open this email. All right, so I'll put my password. um, okay, let's go to next. Okay. All right. So this is my inbox. Okay. So we can do a couple of things. The other time I showed you how to send an email to someone. Okay. But we have a few more things that we can do with our email. Okay. Let's start from sending multiple emails. Okay. So we go to compose. We want to send an email. Then maybe I want to put the email address of the recipient. So I'll type the recipient email address. Normally, once you save or you send an email, the email address is stored, on your drive automatically. So the next time you are trying to type, it pops up so that you save some energy, and time. So I can just click, then it will just fill it for me. Okay, unless I really want to do it myself, right? Then as it enters, then it's still, the cursor is blinking. It means I can put another email address. Okay, so I can put another email address. See, it has even popped up. If I want, I'll just select it, or otherwise I can ignore it and continue typing. Okay. Okay, now let's say if I want another one, okay, to make maybe three or more than three, we have several ways. I can bring a comma. Okay, on your keyboard you press comma. Once you press comma, it means you are ready to type in another email address. So you can type so many email addresses. When you finish, you come to your subject, then you say general meeting, put the subject, general meeting, uh, general meeting, and then you give the information. All board members are meeting tomorrow to discuss our new project. Okay, now let me explain briefly. So what have we done? Basically, we want to send this to the email addresses that we have put here. This is calibert.cbk, calibertcafe at gmail.com. So I'm sending this same message to both of them at the same time, right? So you saw how I did it. You type the first one, then maybe you put a comma, the second one, the third one, and so on and so forth. Okay, before I click send, I want to show you other ways of doing the same thing. Okay, so let me remove this guy here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, so sometimes if you want to remove it, okay, once you click, you can click on this cross, then it will go. I don't know whether you noticed. You just go to this cross here at times, you click and it will delete. Okay, Another way is maybe you don't want to delete, but there was a typing error. So double click inside. You just double click. Okay. So once you see the cursor like this, then you move your cursor to the place where the error is or where you want to make an insertion. Then you click outside. Then you are done. Okay. So I just want to remove this one and start all over. Okay. So recipient. Let's start again. We put let's say calbert.cbk at. I know I can pick it up there, but I just want to type. Okay, so the next thing is to put a comma. Once I put a comma, it will make available for me to type another email address. Okay, but then let's say I don't want a comma. An alternative is to click here, this CC, copy to, right? Copy to. So we make a copy, okay, or carbon copy. Okay, so we make a copy of the original or carbon copy of whatever we are sending to another email address. So I put the email address, let's say Calbert Cafe. Let me pick it up here. I can bring a comma, or even I don't need a comma because it's ready to type another. Okay, when you see the cursor blinking, there is no need for the comma. You just type another one. So let's say what Cal Cafe. Yeah, then I can put another one. Okay, so I can put as many as I want. Now you see this BCC, where you say like blind carbon copy. It does the same thing, except that you see, once I send this email, these three recipients, they will know. For example, the first recipient can see that I copied the second one. I also copied the third one. They are going to see. Same for the second and the third. They are going to see that I also copied other two. But when I use the blind carbon copy, no one will know that I copied this person. Okay. So once I use this one, let's say Gutrest International.org. Okay. .org. Okay. So now the difference here. Okay. There's something wrong, but it's fine. I'm gonna fix that one. I just want to use this to explain. So the difference here mainly is that the first three, okay, where we have two and then CC, all of them, the three emails will appear in the sent mail. But here, this person, they will not be able to know that I also copied this other person. That's why we call it a blind carbon copy. So you can just try it. Okay, so let's say we are okay. We want to send. Okay, let me just remove this one. Okay, all right. There is something I need to fix on that one. So we have to go to send. You remember, if we want to send attachment, we just click on this side here, then we attach the file. Just to remind you, so we will just attach any file. Okay, so that's the symbol for attachment. So it opens a dialog box. Then you go to the place where you have your document to attach. Okay, so you just flip through your stuff. Okay, I think, let me say morning devotion. So I select it. Then it can show me a preview here. If I want to wait, it will pop up. But then I don't want to. So we click open. Then it begins to attach the file. Okay, so when it is attached, you can see it. It will become like blue. Then it means it has attached. If I don't want this attachment, I can close it here. That is to remove it. Okay, now I want to show you a few things. Here we have some functions that you can make use of if only you are interested in them. Okay, for example, we have you can change the font style, right? So let's copy all of that. I'm sorry, let's select. I hope you know how to select it because we've discussed it in the previous video. You just left click on your mouse, then the other finger, whilst pressing onto the left side of the mouse, the other finger rolls and covers the whole space. Okay, so we can where is it, change the font style. Okay, we can make it white. We have different font styles here, so you choose the one. But I hardly use these things because when you are sending an email, work email and stuff, like, you are so busy, you don't even have time to make these things. But depending on what you are using it for, you can put some styling to it. Okay, and then it will suit the taste that you want. So you can style it. It's up to you. Okay, so we can come here, okay, to look at the sizes here. We have small, normal, large, and huge. Now we are working in here at normal. I can make it a little large, right? You can see the difference. We can make it italics. We can underline any of them that you want to underline. Look at it. Yeah. So we can underline any of them, right? We can also come here and then give a color, to the text. So we have a text color, you can see. So you can do so many things here if only you got a time. And then we come to this size, this place here, alignment. We can center it, align to the right, align to the left, and stuff like that. We can even do numbering, like we come to this side here if we want to do numbering. Okay, so bulletin, it's all up to you. You can do bulletin and stuff. So we can do so many things here, right? So when you finish, then you send. These things also you can play around this place here. Okay, here if you want to attach a link, uh, this side here, sorry, if you want to attach a link, this one I have already explained, this attachment. Then here if you want to insert emoji, okay, we have a couple of them. You can just insert the one you like, and it will insert for you. It's very simple, very simple, very simple and straightforward. Okay, you can click here and insert more. Okay, so we have all these things inserted. Then here, if you want to insert files using Drive, on your Google Drive, you want to insert files from there. And here, if you want to attach a picture directly, but I don't recommend this one. I don't like it. So you just, a couple of things that you can do here is about signatures, but you may not need these things for now. Okay, so that's our email. So we can just send. Okay, then it will just show us here sending, then sent. So we've just successfully sent this email. Okay, now before I forget, I want to show you something. There are times you may send an email and you want confirmation that the email is gone or it's not gone. Okay, one of the ways is that you can go to send. Okay, you can go to send, and then you might see the email that you sent, right? So we can click here. The time you see is there, 4:10 p.m. Once I put the cursor, something covers it, so I can move the cursor there. But you can see it, right? So we click to see what we have sent. I can check here the emails that I sent to. Okay, so we have all of them here. I sent the main email was calbert.cbk, and I copy to Calvert Cafe, and then Carl Cafe 001. Okay, and then the subject, the date, and the time, everything is there. Okay, so yeah, so it means you sent it. This is a symbol for attachment. It means we had an attachment, so you can see the document here, right? It's quite simple. Now, another thing you may notice, there are times you send an email, and in your inbox, you can notice that the email couldn't deliver, especially if the email address was wrong. For example, let's try to send another email. We go to compose, and I type maybe ABCD at gmail.com. Maybe I type this email. Maybe it's right, but I want to type something which is which is not working. Let's say I type this email address. Okay, then I go to the subject. I put anything. Turn around. Okay, terms and conditions, terms. Okay, then whatever. Okay, hi. Then I want to send. I don't think anyone is ever using this kind of email. Let me even make it worse. Okay, now I want to edit it, insert something after the question mark sign. So I will double click inside and click again. So now I can insert something, the question mark 2. Okay, so I go to send. Okay, let's see if we will have the effect I was hoping. Normally when the email address is wrong, it will bounce back to your email, right? Okay, let's see, maybe it will come anytime soon. Yes, here we go. Now sometimes if you want to refresh your page, you can do that with this symbol here. We do refresh so that it collects new mails for you quickly instead of waiting. Or you can come up here and do refresh. Okay, instead of waiting and waiting and waiting forever. So now it bounces back, then it gives you a note that address not found. Okay, so let's click and see what happened. So they give you details that your message wasn't delivered to ACDA, with the two question marks at gmail.com because the address couldn't be found or is unable to receive mail, right? So this is one of the ways, and normally it comes from here. You see the email address that Google uses to give you such a message or notification. So it's a quick way to know that, oh, this email couldn't deliver. Okay, so once you get it in your inbox, you know it couldn't deliver. Then you have to resend it or call the person to confirm the right email address and stuff like that. Okay, so that's one thing you have to remember. And another thing is that, let's say I'm looking for a particular email. I can't remember, like we have so many. Look at how many mails I have in my inbox. 36,619, right? There are many. I have to go down here. You see, it takes 1 to 50 in one page, okay? That is how my setting is. You can also take 1 to 100. So I have 1 to 50. It has ended here. So I have to roll to the next 50, right? I click on this arrow. Then it loads the next 50. Then it loads. So maybe I'm looking for an email that came through maybe 2-3 years ago. It will take me a while to be moving next, and be searching. So if you know the email address of that person, you just type the email address here. Or if you know the name, okay, that they use for their email account, you can type it. For example, here I see it's popping up some of them. Okay, so I can type Letty.Calvert. As you are typing, it will even pop up. Then then you just click. Right. So once you click, it will bring all the correspondence that you've had with this person, and it will come with the date. So it will be easier for you, to select the one that you want, and even you will see the subject as well. Like here is please check payment, ink, relationship, friendship, and stuff like that. So you can go down here, then you'll be able to pick it very fast. Okay, so that's one way of looking for a mail. If it came maybe several months ago, several weeks ago, or days ago, and you want to get it very quick, just use the email address or the name of the person to search, and it can also help a lot. Okay, so let's go back to our inbox. We click here. All right. Now, in case we don't want to have some of these things, we have read them and we don't have any use for them anymore, we can delete some of them, because like mine, I have to delete so many things, but I haven't had the time or the chance to do that. So for you, maybe you have some time. So you can click here if you want to delete. You select first, okay? You just click inside this place. Then this symbol for the bin, that is for delete. You just click and it will delete. However, if you want to delete so many of them at the same time, just click all those that you want to delete, okay? So let's say I don't want this, I click. I don't want this, I click. I don't want this, I click. All those you don't want to have anymore, you select all of them, then you come to delete. You click and then one touch, it's gone. Okay, so you're going to delete all of them. As simple as that. If you want to wipe away all your mails, especially the first 50, because once you finish, it take you to the next 50. I can just say select all. I go to this, you see this side here. Okay, let me deselect these ones. Then you see what I'm talking about. Okay, I can click on this arrow, okay, and select all. So it has selected all instead of deleting one by one. So if here you are indeed very sure that you don't need these, mails, then you click delete. So it's gonna delete all the 50. Okay, then you can go and delete the next and stuff like that. So these are some of the things that can make your work much easier. Okay, so I want to deselect all of them, so I click there again. Then what next? Let's say someone sent you an email. There may be times that a person will be like, I did send you an email, but you check your inbox, you cannot find it, and it's like you are a bit confused. Yeah, sometimes it could be true the person sent it to you, but depending on the setting, on the Google settings, sometimes it may go to this place called promotions. Okay, you can have a email, instead of coming into your inbox, it goes to promotion. So you can click on promotion and then you check. You see here we have several mails there. So you might retrieve that mail from here. Okay, promotion, don't forget. Then we have another place called social, but that one normally it's for social media, networks like Facebook, LinkedIn and stuff like that. That's for social, YouTube and stuff like that. Okay, then here to promotion. So mostly it comes here, not to the social promotions. If it's not here, then there's another place you are more likely to find it. We call it spam. Okay, here you don't see the spam, but you can click on more. Then you scroll down a little bit, you go to spam. Okay, spam is like a place where Google puts suspicious, emails. So if Google suspect that this one is coming from, the wrong guys, you understand, people who want to spam you, then Google will just put it in spam. But it's not every email that comes here that is really a spam, you see. So sometimes you have to go and check if someone really insists that, oh, I did send you. I did send you an email. I'm really sure of that. You can come here and check. Maybe Google mistakenly added it to the spam mail. So you can just click on it. Maybe if this is the one, you just click on it. Okay. And then you may not have to delete, but then let me see, you can move it back to your inbox. Okay, click move to, and then it will give you options. You select inbox. Okay, so that's it. Or you can click it directly here to see the content of it. Okay, you can read the content. So they will ask you, are you really sure? So there's a warning message. Why is this message in spam? It is similar to messages that were identified as spam in the past. Report, not spam. So you can say not spam, and then maybe you'll be able to then take it to the other place, which is your inbox, so that you can have it there. Okay, so spam is a place where you are more likely to find some few mails, okay, that are legitimate, but unfortunately they came to your spam. Otherwise, spam, those are suspicious mails that Google discover. Okay, so let's go back to our inbox. Okay, so those are a few things I believe that can really help you. And there may be times that you are, sending an email. You clicked here, it said ABC, and you came here, you put your form, and then you are typing along the line. You realize that you have to get up. Then you clicked here, you close it, or just you left it like that. Mostly incomplete messages or mails, they go to this place called a draft. Okay, so when you come to draft, you see incomplete. You see the one we just did at the time. Okay, so all these are incomplete mails that I was trying to type, and something happened along the line. I couldn't send the mail, so they come to draft. You can delete them because you don't need them anymore. Okay, so let me just delete. So you just select the ones you want to delete, and then you just get rid of them. Okay, it's very discard draft. Okay, it's very simple. I can select all of them by clicking on that side, discard draft, then it will just get rid of everything. Okay, so that's for draft. Okay, then we have another place called trash. When you delete something, let's go to this place. You cannot find it here, so you just click more, then you go below to see what is there. A place called trash. When you delete anything, it goes to trash. Okay, so let's say if something has been deleted mistakenly, sometimes you can go to trash and restore it. I can click here and then restore this. So if you want to really get rid of it permanently, you can do that. Okay, so these are some of the things that you can do. When you come to your, we can I want to move to where inbox, right? I click inbox. Okay, that's how to restore this. I select it, then I go to move to, and I want to move it back to inbox. The same when something goes to your spam, you select, you go to move to, then the options where you want to take it to, you take it to. So it's quite simple. So we go back to our inbox, and what again, yeah, so basically these are some of the things that you have to take note. I think they are quite helpful. Okay, so that's it for the emails for today. Then I want to show you something briefly. Let's say you are looking for a software or some drivers. Let's say you bought a new printer, and the installation disk, the CD, you got a problem with it. Okay, and you cannot connect the printer, the color printer, to your PC. So what do? You can just come to Google. Okay, type www.google.com, but it's already here. When you see this page, it means you are ready to search. That's Google, the best search engine. So you type. Okay, let's say can I figure something out? Let's say it's Konica Minolta drivers. Okay, we have Minolta drivers. or let's say Minolta 360. Okay, let's say a type of photocopier machine. Okay, at C360. I use this machine. So let's say you want the drivers for this photocopier machine. Okay, because you have lost the installation disk. Okay, so I will say Minolta 360 drivers download. Okay, anything you want to download, type the name, you put download, then you click. Okay, so it gives you a number of options. That's the first option. You can go down here, the second option, the third, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I like right click. Instead of clicking direct, I'll right click so that it opens to a new window here whilst I go down and get busy with others, because sometimes the first one will not give you what you're looking for. Then you have to try the second one and the third and so on and so forth. So I keep on checking, but I first have to read the details here, the summary, to see if these guys are really offering what I'm looking for. Okay, so right click a couple of them, and then we will take our time and go and check the tabs. The first one is ready. I click and see they are saying what English. Yeah, English is okay. Accept and stuff like that. Okay, some of them they want you to accept their cookies and stuff like that. Okay, so here you come here. What do? They said it's download center. You don't know what to do, so they want you to put a few information here, right? So they say choose a type of product. So let's say it's a A3 multifunctional color. Then they say choose the product. The product, let's say it's base hub C360. Do I have C360? 360. Okay, let's go down. Maybe you'll find it down there. C360. We got it. Yeah. So you just do that, and then let's wait for it. By the way, drivers are software or programs that support some activities. Okay, for example, I want to use the photocopier machine, but by just connecting a cable between my computer and the photocopier, or I want to print. Okay, I want to print specifically. Let me forget about the photocopy inside. I want to print. You may connect your cable, but it will not print because it needs to communicate. So drivers, or it's a set of programs or software that will help the two devices to communicate so that you can print successfully. So this one is ready. So let's go to the drivers. I click on drivers. Yes, I click on drivers. So it gives you a number of options. So if you are a little familiar, you download the one. This is a symbol for download. You see an arrow pointing downwards, and the opposite, an arrow pointing upwards, is upload. So if you want to upload something onto a particular website, remember the symbol. So let's say it's the first one that I want. I click on download. So once you click, you observe it. Okay, let's go down and see what they are saying. Right. So they want us to accept the license agreement. So we click on accept. Okay. So after clicking on accept, what happens? Let's go down here. I think this one here. Then the one I want, if it's the first one, I click. Then it will just I think initiate the download. So it's downloading. You see it's reading here 0.6, 0.8 and stuff like that. It's reading until it gets to 4.9 megabytes. Once it reaches, you remember where we find these things. You go to your downloads, or I can click on this arrow and say show in a folder. So once I click there, it will take me to the download folder. Okay, so I will see when it is fully downloaded. So it's this one here, still busy downloading. So yeah, basically that's how we download a file. Okay, so it's downloading. Let's see whether it has finished. Okay, now it has finished. You don't see it reading anymore. Okay, so this is how we download drivers or some important software from the internet and then use to support your work. All right, so basically that's all that I have for you today. Thank you and stay blessed until we meet again. Bye.